Hey, so what's up, everybody? I just went skateboarding. You know, I was listening while I was skateboarding to Johnny Mitchell and Ed Calderon talk about Mencho, which is crazy to me. You know, the amount of phone calls that I've gotten since this whole thing started is zero. And just right off the top, you know, Johnny Mitchell saying that Ed Calderon is a federal agent or was a federal agent in Mexico, which is where and when, Johnny? That's kind of a small detail. Going from Baja California agent for the estatal to now it's a federal agent working all over. It's a little different. And then Ed talking about the Nemesio being a complete add-on. I'm going with, why aren't there any pictures of, and then Ed's talking about the United States biometrics identified Oseguera successfully. I'm going with, how is it? And then in the same comment section, people are talking about Luis Chaparro, who's never been attached to a Mexican news agency, and needing to get their real data from Katerina Schultz, who's some clown out of, I'm just going to go full nuke. Katerina Schultz at best has a 2-year degree out of a Surrey, British Columbia Technical Institute for learning journalism in Canada. And if it sounds like I'm talking smack, I am. To being portrayed as some type of like in-house expert on all things Mexico. Ed's all the way up in the corner of Baja California. I've been cool with that. I like Ed, but just the way that all of this stuff is just completely crafted towards selling products and grifting. To listening to all these people in the comment section listen to sensationalized crap, and I haven't been focused on any of it because of the stuff going on with Iran. It's all bullshit. I've got somebody that's got like a major contract with coming out with something that everybody and their mother watches. So I haven't been saying anything. And everything's going on right now in Jalisco and Zacatecas is exactly where I worked. And you can't talk this much crap. You can't talk the amount of crap that I talk about, that I talk towards all these major podcasters, Julian Dory, Tommy G, Katerina Schultz, Vincent Vargas, Sean Ryan, Ed Calderon, saying all of this. You can't talk the level of shit that I talk. I'm not supposed to cuss, but I'm going to say it. If you're not 1,000% for real, okay? Because they're going to go after you. They're going to go digging through your background. They're going to try to find something on you. And if every inch of what you're saying isn't true, they're going to come at you and try to like cut you off at the kneecaps because you're threatening the amount of money that they've got. Gafe 423, Ed Calderon, neither one of them got pictures and videos the way that I do while they're out on patrol. Ed was hired on, at least by the queep that he gave me at Baja California State Police. I verified that. The extent and scope of his work in Baja California, I don't know. He doesn't really present any truth of it or any evidence of it. He was there. Gafe 423, I don't know. Ed's knowledge of like people jumping in, I have seen firsthand evidence of that at the 11th Military Zone with them jumping out with flares and whatnot, red flare in the color of Mexico, L3, jumping out of planes at an Air Force exhibition that was put on there. Even though there's not an airport attached to the 11th Military Zone, there is Zacatecas International Airport there and other places where they come land and take off, etc. Typically not jets, only helicopters for the Mexican military that fly out of there. Just different things that I would know about. The amount of phone calls I've gotten about anything regarding anything to do with CJNG or the Zetas or anything that goes on in Zacatecas and Jalisco where I personally work, zero. Because I sit here and talk smack about all the holes in these guys' story. Johnny Mitchell, still waiting for him to get back to me with Ali Gonzalez's contact information and him directly not having verified anything that Ali Gonzalez says. And here he is saying that Ed Calderon was a federal agent. And sooner or later, you get all these little things start stacking up into bigger and bigger lies that they build upon, because now it's been proven, or you've got people that are in the know have validated these guys' stories, and it's just one lie built upon another upon another. Even Annabelle Hernandez, you know, get some of these journalists in Mexico who are bilingual because they're all educated. Several journalists that work for several Mexican major news agencies that go out and practice exactly what they're living, practice the danger that they live amongst every single day, and have them relay to you firsthand all the bullshit that's portrayed to the American public by all these fast food cartel content creators. Total bullshit. If anything I'm saying is untrue, prove a scintilla of the bullshit that comes out of your mouth. Johnny Mitchell, Ed Calderon, prove that Nosario or Nemesio Osegueda is dead with an actual photo of his body. Katerina Schultz right there in Jalisco won't go to his funeral, but will sit there and spew all kinds of 50 caliber bullshit out of her Canadian mouth. If any of you fucking people, Julian Dory, you guys can unpublish any one of the videos that you guys have done with me. I've been around long enough now that people know I am exactly who I am. And the only thing I'm saying is publish proof. I can't say certain things. I've got all kinds of narcomantas and other things going on right now with people concerning the war that's going on right now with Cartel de Jalisco de Nueva Generación and several other people that I am directly attached to and have worked with personally. I don't get a single phone call from any one of these craft clown idiots on any of these major podcasting things. Tommy G, if you have any direct experience with Cartel de Jalisco de Nueva Generación, well, and I just emailed them too because I liked his story on Israel, but I don't get anything from any of these guys at all. And I'm not even mad because I'm getting left out of the pie. I don't want any of the pie. I don't want any of the financial stuff. I just want you guys to stop lying and making shit up. Johnny Mitchell, Ed Calderon, Julian Dory, Katerina Schultz, Vincent Vargas, Pierre Rossini being a tech guy, even though he was locked up for the cartel by Vince Vargas, even though he was locked up for the last quarter century in a federal prison, released on 6 years supervised release, but he's all of a sudden attached to cartels and war at 6 months after he gets out on his own Instagram page. All the bullshit that people use to sell their fucking products here in this country. Complete bullshit, and the only one that isn't being listened to on a minimized level because they won't put me on their stuff because I represent a threat to them, is the guy that worked there and the guy that's not making a penny off of it, and the guy that proves it. I worked there, can prove it, have all the documents and firsthand co-worker testimony to prove I was there. I'm not monetizing my channel, and all these other fucking clowns are out there. Went to church today. I'm not supposed to be cussing, but that's really what it is, man. Hey, Johnny, prove you validated a single thing off of any one of these so-called cartel hitman clowns that you have on there. Prove it. I fucking dare you. Double dare you. Prove Osegueda is dead. El Mencho's dead. Prove that, Katerina Schultz. Show us why you'll go down to Mexico repeatedly and will not engage or interview a single Mexican government agency that's involved in security, either municipal police, state police, federal police of either preventative or ministerial measures, or any member of the United States of Mexico military in terms of the Army or the Marines. None of it. All. 100%. It is rock soup. A pot full of water with a little pebble of truth thrown into it, and the rest of it's all bullshit and imagination. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, any of you fucking clowns. I'm calling you all clowns now, you know. Because really, the longer I watch this stuff go on and all of your unsubstantiated bullshit. Johnny Mitchell just got back from Dominican Republic. They're moving weight over there, whatever. I need to just start picking apart. Here's what I'm going to do, guys, because I've got my database thing going on. To generate content throughout the year, because I'm not monetizing any of it, I'm going to fair use all of your bullshit, and I'm going to immortalize all of your fucking lies in real time. And then I'm going to put them online, and I'm going to let that torpedo your own fucking channel. So you either start getting shit right, or I'm just going to start publicly calling out your shit and every claim that you got. For example, Johnny Mitchell's claim today on his right here, the Connect with Ed Calderon, claiming Ed to be a federal agent. That's bullshit. Johnny Mitchell's claim of Ollie Gonzalez being a cartel hitman didn't validate any of it, right in Johnny's words. Katerina's bullshit claim, all of them. We just go down the entire list, okay? Enough out of me. I'm going to go get some din-din and sit here and pretend like I didn't just listen to an hour's worth of Ed Calderon and Johnny Mitchell's lies on Nomesio Oseguera. Like they'd have any fucking clue what goes on where I've actually worked. And I got to be quiet because I can't torpedo my own brother's deals that they got set up. So I'm just being quiet, not publishing a lot of content on that right now. Is the exact reason why I'm being quiet. But these clowns and their podcast. Hey, Johnny Mitchell, you're a fucking clown, dude. You and your 6'4", 6'7" ass, whatever it is. You really are. Smart dude. You're totally smart. But the fact that you pump this bullshit out to sell products, way out, man. Ed, I like you. I would like to have a better relationship with you. But even when I tried to talk with you and get together, I have to meet you in Mexico instead of via Zoom like you're doing with Johnny Mitchell. You know, got that whole thing going on. We've exchanged gifts and stuff like that. You've sent me 2 knives, and I've sent you 2 made out of composites pistols that are used for launching plastic projectiles, not Nerf stuff, and 2 Godzilla t-shirts just to keep everything above board, because some people think that I'm bought and paid for by Sneak Reaver Industries. I'm not a penny. And I don't want any more gifts just to completely get away from the appearance of impropriety. I cannot delete the knife review video, and your knife is dope. Both of them. They're both dope. But that is what it is. Julian Dory getting upset with me because his boy Tommy G blows up Julian Dory's phone and over at Camp Gagnon because I have the balls to sit there and call out Tommy G in an email that I've read on other videos, so you can use your own terms of whether or not it was schizophrenic, because I'm asking straight up questions. All the bullshit that goes on in all of this combat, cartel, vet bro, orange sunglass wearing, blue chew selling podcast ad revenue generating bullshit that's put online for your perusal. And the only one that's not being spoken to about it is the guy that worked right there and smack dab in the middle of the country that doesn't want a penny of your stuff and has proven whether or not I actually worked there. Openly so. Coming for each one of you guys. And Sean and Vince, I'm going to throw it out there again. If you guys want to go full CQB rubber bullet tag, I'll meet both of you guys on the entrance to, I'll do it 2 versus 1. Let's do 2 versus 1. Vince and Sean, I'll go head up 2 versus 1 against you guys in rubber bullet CQB with you guys on the corridor section of a T-shaped entrance, and I'll be the one man, and we'll go head up. That's the amount of confidence I have against you guys. I'm not overconfident either. And I know that you guys are legit skilled people, but just the bullshit you guys pump out is so over the top that I'm going to say something. And I'm not talking about you, Sean. I'm not talking about you, Vince, but I'm talking about the fact that you guys get there with Jeremy Carey, who is worried about his return on investment. checking 2 out of 3 boxes. If it's empowering your bank accounts and if it's engaging people, you'll run with it. Sticking Cat Schultz, who's doing belly button piercing, red dress wearing stuff on her Instagram, happens to be in Mexico part of the time, definitely not stationed there, running around shuffling cartel propaganda bullshit, peddling it to the American public to generate a buck. That's what the fuck you guys are. If I'm wrong in any of that, you Johnny, you Julian, you Tommy G, you Vince, you Sean, you Cat, any of you motherfuckers that don't want to talk to me, go ahead. Hit me up. I'll be on the fucking plane over to your studio in the fucking morning, and we can just hammer it out. And I'll show you some other stuff that I've got on my phone from right where all the bullshit you guys are talking about is taking place. And we'll see if your fucking El Mencho Nemesio fucking Oseguera theories hold up. How about that? Okay? Bye.